Hi, pre-algebra. In this video, we're going to talk about something called rotations. And a rotation is exactly what you'd think. It's just rotating around. And usually we rotate around the origin. Origin just means that this is our center point. And so you could imagine going around this center point 0, 0. So the origin is that point 0, 0. So a couple other words you'll need to know. Clockwise means we're going around it this way, like a clock. Counterclockwise means we're going around it in the backwards direction. So let's take a look at a rotation by, first let's do 90 degrees counterclockwise. So let's first just think about what happens to this point on the triangle. A good way to think about it is imagine this point as the end of a box. And then if I want to rotate that box 90 degrees counterclockwise, I just take it and I flip it this way. So where did the point go? Follow carefully. It was this one. Now that one ends up here. So this original point was 2, 1. Now it's at -1, 2. Interesting. So now let's take this point and rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise. Where does that one go? Well, just go 90 degrees, rotate, it ends up here. So -2, 0 now is at 0, -2. Interesting. What about this point? This one was at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 5. When I rotate it 90 degrees, now it's going to be at -5, 0. So here's my new picture-ish, if I'm a good artist. So we take this, we rotate it 90 degrees around the origin. So what happened when we did a 90-degree rotation? Well, in each case, the coordinates switched order, and the first one became negative. 2, 1 became -1, 2. -2, 0 became 0, -2. And 0, -5 became -5, 0. So if we're doing our rules to go 90 degrees counterclockwise around the origin, we switch the order and switch the sign of the first one. So this one, first I'd switch the order, 2, 3, but then put a negative in front. Now to rotate 180 degrees counterclockwise means we go a complete 180, completely to the other side. So where would this point go? -2, 0 would go 180, so it would go to the other side. Now it's 2, 0. 0, 5 would go 180 to -5, 0. So what happened? We flipped the order, or no, we didn't flip the order, we just changed the sign of the first one. So what do you think will happen when this one goes complete 180? I'm going to change the sign of the first one, so it should be -2, 1. So my new picture is like this. So I take my triangle and I do go a complete 180. It's hard to move it around. So that rule, if I'm going 180 degrees around the origin, I change both the signs. So -2, -3. Oh yeah, so that one would have been, sorry, that's why my picture looks weird. This one, to go a full 180, should have been at -2, -1. So that looks better. So my rule is I flip both signs. So this one would become -3, -2. Now 270 degrees means go all the way halfway around and then another 90. So the rule is we switch Y and X, switch the order. So 3, 2 becomes 2, 3, but the second one changes the sign. I'm not drawing these just because we've got a lot going on here already. So what would you expect to happen if you went 90 degrees clockwise instead of counterclockwise? What would happen? So let's just think about this easy point. Let's call it 1, 0. If I go down, now it would be at 0, -1. So if we're trying to make a rule, I'm probably switching the order and changing the sign. So this would be 2, -3. If I go 180 this way, it's also going to switch both signs. This point goes completely to the other side. So this would become -3, -2. And 270 degrees, it's kind of just like going 90 degrees clockwise. So it's the same rule as the first one. So these are a little bit trickier. I would suggest just drawing pictures and looking at the resulting coordinates, but these rules will help you out too if you like to have the rule. Good luck and let me know if you have questions.